Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United have just beaten West Ham 1-0 at Old Trafford. Marcus Rashford scored the winner in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. Marcus Rashford moves Manchester United into the top 4. No, Rashford didn't start today, but he came on as a substitute. Rashford scored in the 3-1 win against Brentford. He also came off the bench in that game. Rashford has scored 2 goals now in his last 2 games. Not so long ago, he had a minor leg injury. He missed the first 2 months of this season with that shoulder problem. But it's good that Rashford has found some form because he has been poor in a lot of games this season. Everyone was saying, he hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Marcus Rashford has, 18 months left on his current £200,000 a week deal. Rashford's been part of the club for a long time, came up our academy, been a United player since the age of 7, and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. He's made nearly 300 appearances now in all competitions. Manchester United deserved the win today. Man United were very dominant. Edison Cavani, he got the assist for the Rashford goal. Edison Cavani's just come back from injury. Cavani will be leaving Manchester United in the summer because earlier on this season Ralph Rangnick revealed that Edison Cavani wants to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Manchester United got him on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cristiano Ronaldo, he played today. Ronaldo's just recovered from a neck injury. At the first, it said Ronaldo was a doubt for this game today. I thought Ronaldo played well today, by the way. He worked hard and he could have won a penalty. Obviously, Ronaldo started in the 3-1 win against Brentford. He offered very little against Brentford. He did have a chance against Brentford when he hit the crossbar. He got taken off against Brentford, and reflecting on that, Ronaldo was furious for being substituted against Brentford, but Ralph Rangnick defended his decision to substitute Ronaldo against Brentford. Obviously, prior to the Brentford game, Ronaldo missed Manchester United's last 2 games because of injury. The other week, Cristiano Ronaldo gave an interview, and obviously he was critical of the youngsters, so he's demanding more from the young players. And Ronaldo also said Ralph Rangnick will do a good job at Manchester United, and Ronaldo also said, I'm not at Man United to compete for 6th or 7th. He said finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. Ronaldo faces a 25% pay cut if Manchester United failed to qualify for the Champions League. Well, it's mentioned that Ronaldo will leave Man United in the summer if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. Since Ronaldo re-signed for the club, he's got, 14 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million, with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. He receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Got to give a shout out for Diego Dalot. I thought he enjoyed a very good game today. He showed good attacking intent. He got in some good positions. He also made a crucial interception in the game, and he also made a crucial block. Diego Dalot is our first choice right back under Rangnick, and he's had good games this season, especially under Rangnick. Do you think Dalot will stay at Manchester United this year, or do you think he will leave? He's been subjected to transfer speculation before. Last season Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan, so reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Man United brought Dalot in under the Jose Mourinho era. Manchester United got him from Porto, paid £19 million. Dalot's contract at Man United expires next year. Gonna give Alex Telles credit for he enjoyed a good game today. He was very energetic, he was creative, he provided width, and he got in some very good positions. Telles put a much better performance out than he did against Brentford. I don't think he was too good in the 3-1 win against Brentford, but in the game against Brentford he did put some dangerous crosses into the box. Telles is our first choice left back under Rangnick. I've been hearing that Barcelona are interested in Telles. Earlier on this season he had an injury. The reason we brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. Manchester United got Telles from Porto back in 2020, got him for 15.4 million. Varane, he was very good today. Varane also played well against Brentford. Like I said, most of the time when Varane plays, he makes the difference. Harry Maguire, of course, he played today. Did okay, Harry Maguire, to be fair. Fred, he had a good chance in the game today. Produced a good save from Areola. Fred played well in the 3-1 win against Brentford not so long ago. He got an assist in that game. And he pressed well. And his movement was good. And his passing was good. Fred also got an assist in the 2-2 draw against Aston Villa the other week. Fred has had his good games at Man United, but on the other side of things, he's had his bad games as well. Man United got Fred a few years ago from Shakhtar Donetsk, got him for around £50 million. McTominay, of course, he played today. Weren't great today. You've got to say though, McTominay's been our best performer under Rangnick so far. McTominay was very good against Brentford. He was involved in the build-up to 2 of the goals against Brentford. McTominay obviously missed a 2-2 draw against Villa because he was suspended, and McTominay did very well in the cup game against Villa. He scored the only goal of that game. He got man of the match. McTominay also did well in the 3-1 win against Burnley. That was the final game of last year. McTominay has been part of the club for a long time. Back in 2020, he committed his future to the club. McTominay signed a 5-year contract. Anthony Elanga, he started today. Thought he enjoyed a good game. His movement was good at times. He got in some good positions. He was skillful as well at times in the game. Anthony Elanga, looks a very, very good asset for our first team squad. Elanga played well against Brentford. He scored in that game. That was his first goal of the season. It was a very good header. Elanga played very well in the 2-2 draw against Aston Villa. His link-up play was good in that game. His movement was good, got in some good positions, and he had a couple of chances in that game, so he was unlucky not to score. He's only, 19? Earlier on in the season, I heard rumours that Elanga could be going out on loan to a Championship club. Revert back towards the end of last year, Elanga signed a new contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. He's been part of the club for a long time, hasn't he? Don't forget he did join Manchester United's academy at the age of 12. Bruno Fernandez, of course, he played today. I thought it was quiet today, Bruno Fernandez. Fernandez was far superior in the games against Brentford and Aston Villa in the league. Bruno Fernandez, of course, got 2 assists against Brentford, and he scored both of Manchester United's goals in the 2-2 draw against Aston Villa. Not so long ago, The Athletic said that Bruno Fernandez rejected a contract offer from Manchester United. Bruno Fernandez contract talks are postponed until the summer, having turned down an offer last year. He said Fernandez is demanding similar money to the top earners at the club. Fernandez receives £100,000 a week at the moment. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Fernandez, he's one of our best players, and he's certainly one of the best signings we've made since Fergie retired. He's been at Manchester United for 2 years, got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Mason Greenwood, I thought he played well today as well. As for De Gea, had very little to do. De Gea's done really, really well this season. He's now back to his best. De Gea made some very good saves in that first half in the 3-1 win against Brentford. As for West Ham, they had a few chances. Jared Bowen had a chance when he hit the side netting, and Thomas Souček also had a headed chance, just went wide. West Ham only had 2 players out. Obviously, Ogbonna, he's out for the season, And Ben Rama is not available for West Ham at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. West Ham, of course, lost last week to Leeds 3-2. You know, despite West Ham losing today to us and losing to Leeds, I still think West Ham have enjoyed a very good season to their standards. I think West Ham have now dropped to 5th. Yes, they have. They are into the last 16 of the Europa League. David Moyes, obviously, he was reuniting with Manchester United today. You've got to give David Moyes credit though. He has done well in his second spell at West Ham. He's been West Ham manager for over 2 years in his second spell. He's got a contract with West Ham until 2024. Moyes obviously wasn't good in his first spell at West Ham. Managed quite a few clubs, hasn't he, in his managerial career? Before West Ham he managed Sunderland. He weren't good at Sunderland. Sunderland got relegated under Moyes. So obviously reflecting on that, Moyes resigned. Before Sunderland, he managed Real Sociedad. Obviously, he got sacked by Real Sociedad. Before then, he managed, obviously, Manchester United. Man United sacked Moyes after 10 months. Before then, he was at Everton. He did well when he managed Everton. He was a long-serving manager at Everton. He was with Everton for 11 years. And before then, he managed Preston. Let me put into the equation that obviously West Ham did lose Sebastian Haller. They lost Felipe Anderson. I think that Frederick Kibsen left them, and was it a few years ago they lost Pryor? Obviously Manchester United beat West Ham at Old Trafford last season in the league 1-0. That was obviously Craig Dawson own goal. Man United have done obviously the double over West Ham in the league this season now, because obviously we beat them away earlier on in the season 2-1. If you do remember rightly, Lingard scored the winner in that game and De Gea saved a penalty at the end. West Ham though did knock us out of the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford 1-0. That was the first time West Ham won at Old Trafford since 2007. But they've not won at Old Trafford since 2007 in the league. But yeah, like I say, very good win for Manchester United today. Like I say, we're now in the top 4. And by the way, it's first back-to-back wins under Ralph Rangnick. By the way, Ralph Rangnick credits the players' patience. Man United are obviously missing some players. Obviously Lindelof didn't play any part today because he's out because of personal reasons. Jadon Sancho obviously didn't play any part because he's out because of personal reasons. Obviously Sancho missed the game against Brentford. Luke Shaw's obviously injured, so he didn't play any part today. Paul Pogba didn't play any part today because he's still out with that hip injury. Paul Pogba's set to return to action after the international break. Ralph Rangnick confirmed that not so long ago. Obviously, Eric Bailly didn't play any part today because he's at the African Cup of Nations. Don't really get in the team anyway. And obviously, Wan-Bissaka didn't play any part because obviously he's been out with COVID. Ralph Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 2 months now. He's lost 1 game so far as Manchester United's interim manager. Man United lost to Wolves earlier on this season 1-0 at Old Trafford, and that was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. You know, there's been some good performances under Rangnick, but on the other side of things there's been poor performances as well. Rangnick is Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did say that Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. If we get the top 4, I think Rangnick will get the consultancy role. I don't think Rangnick will get the Man United job on a permanent basis. There again, if we finish in the top 4 and we win a trophy, then maybe there is a chance he'll get the Man United job on a permanent basis. Revert back to earlier on this season, there was reports coming out saying that Rangnick's already losing the dressing room at Man United, and it said, 17 Manchester United players are unhappy and want to leave, and it did mention that Rangnick was already under pressure. But earlier on this month, Rangnick got told that he has transfer funds available this month, so it said the Glazers will back him. But I presume, pressure would have eased off Rangnick, reflecting on, the last 2 games. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Prior to the Brentford game, Rangnick announced Manchester United's new formation, and obviously it's the 4-3-3 formation. That 4-2-2 formation got scrapped because obviously that formation wasn't working. But Rangnick, he's made changes since he's come in. Revert back to earlier on this season, he brought Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris Armas in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Not so long ago it said Man United could appoint the new manager this season. Well, like I updated you this morning, it said Ralph Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag as Manchester United's manager in the summer. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You've got to admire the work Ten Hag has done at Ajax. He's won a couple of titles with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops the young players. He's been Ajax manager for 5 years. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht, was it? Yeah. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Pochettino, he could be Man United's next permanent manager. There's been linked with the managerial role at Man United for a long time. Diego Simeone was mentioned not so long ago. Apparently, Manchester United made an offer for him. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. We've sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. We sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Man United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. didn't there? Obviously, Manchester United's next game is Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 4th round. It's the 4th of February is that game. You obviously know the news on the transfers, don't you? You know, Man United have been linked with a lot of players. You know, will Man United make a signing before this January transfer window closes? Obviously, you know the news on Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona. Reports from France said that Barcelona are willing to sell Ousmane Dembele for just 17 million. And it said Manchester United are prepared to sign Ousmane Dembele this month, but only on a 3 transfer. Dembele insists he will not be blackmailed by Barcelona, and Dembele has been told to leave Barcelona. I don't want Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. Earlier on this season there was rumours of an Ousmane Dembele and Martial swap deal. Obviously, you know the news on Amadou Haidara from RB Leipzig. Sky Sports Germany said that RB Leipzig could sell Man United and Newcastle target Amadou Haidara for 46 million in this January transfer window. It's said that Ralph Rangnick has verbally agreed a £33 million fee to sign Amadou Haidara. You know, Rangnick did hold talks with RB Leipzig chiefs. You know, Amadou Haidara informed his close friends that he wants to join Man United, and Amadou Haidara said he dreams of playing in England. And his favourite club is Man United. Well, Rangnick knows the player well, which is beneficial. Earlier on this season, Rangnick mentioned that he wanted Amadou Haidara as his first signing as Man United manager. He has a 33 million release clause, doesn't he? He's under contract with Leipzig till 2025. He's been at Leipzig since 2019. You know, Man United have been relentlessly linked with Dennis Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. So there you go. I think, you know, Man United want a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness, didn't he? And like I say, players are going to depart the club this year, aren't they? So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always. And on my next video I'll be giving you my player ratings for this game, so join me then. And my channel name, like I say, is Red Devil 24, so if you do consider drop a like, or if you do consider subscribe.